YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I'm Watts. We got SummerSlam Night 1 predictions, man. Let's talk about it. I ain't going to do too much talking about it because Raw and Smackdown, the go-home shows, were not worth a damn, so I'm not even going to talk about what led up to this. I'm going to just get to it, and I'm going to just talk about the matches. I'm going to tell you who I think is going over and who I think is going to lose and what reason why. Let's just begin, to be honest. First, we got Jade Cargill versus the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. Now, this right here, this should be a no-brainer. I think Jade gets it. I think Jade beats Tiffany Stratton. It's going to be a valiant effort, but yeah, it's been past Tiffany time or Tiffy time or whatever, man. Like, it's time to send her to the mid-card. It's time for her to win the United States Championship. That's what should have happened in the beginning. I feel like they booked themselves into a corner, just giving the title to Tiffany Stratton straight out. Like, she was fresh out of NXT. They should have went the smart route and said, yo, let's give that Money in the Bank briefcase to a Naomi or something like that sooner. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that Naomi won the briefcase this year, but she could have won that last year too. So, real spill, I'm thinking Jade goes over, Jade holds the title, Jade eventually turns heel, and we get Bianca versus Jade at WrestleMania 42. That's where I'm going with it. And Tiffany Stratton, she can win the United States Championship and probably turn heel and regain her character or get a character again. I don't know. Let's go to the next match. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Now, I truly hate this for Drew McIntyre. I hate this for Randy Orton as well, but Randy Orton's a made man already. I mean, so is Drew to an extent, but Randy Orton is a made man. So him doing this is not going to really hurt him at all. Now, this definitely hurts Drew McIntyre. Unless Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul wins, then that'll be a little different. But real spill, I'm thinking Jelly Roll, Randy Orton, they get the W. Who eats the pin? More than likely, Logan Paul is going to eat the pin, but I wouldn't be surprised if Drew McIntyre does too. This match could have been given to a Carmelo Hayes or something like that. Give him something to do. Drew McIntyre should be fighting for the Intercontinental Championship or should be fighting for a World Championship. There's no way around it, no ifs, ands, or buts. This is all disrespect. If you hear horns, that's because I live in New York City and I live on a busy street. I apologize on their behalf. Let's talk about the next match, though. We got Judgment Day, which consists of Raquel Gonzalez and Roxanne Perez, versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. This one should be a no-brainer as well. Those titles are coming off the Judgment Day, and this right here is going to be the seeds that gets planted for the eventual split of the Judgment Day. But I don't think that's going to happen until like early 2026 when Liv Morgan comes back. Now, that's a long time from now, and I truly don't think that they should be running around here having this faction go on for that long. I feel like the Judgment Day should have ended 2 years ago, but that's just another story for another day. That's just me. But this is a no-brainer. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss is going to win this championship. They're gonna go over, and that's just how it is. Because why the hell would we even put Alexa Bliss and Charlotte together on some odd couple-ish if they're not gonna win? Because if they lose and one turns on the other, what does that do for either of them? So it would make sense for those titles to come to SmackDown instead of it being on Raw doing absolutely nothing. I feel like there's more tag teams that can challenge for that title, like Michin and B-Fab going for the title. Maybe both of them finally get some WWE hardware around their waist. Who knows? But maybe that's down the line. Let's keep going. Well, we got Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, part of the original Bloodline, versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I think Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed wins. This is about to sound crazy, but clearly they're gonna try to use this as a way to do a trilogy or the OG bloodline is gonna keep beefing with Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. Hell, they might even bring a third person in, because it's looking like Seth Rollins is gonna be on the show for a while. So with all of that time, we can add a third person, and then we can have a wool be pulled over our eyes, and Seth Rollins, his first night back, he comes and cashes in. That will go crazy, because at the end of the day, what does Roman Reigns and Jey Uso winning this do for anybody? That's what I want to know. What does this do for anybody? Absolutely nothing. So they're gonna build it. They're gonna add a third person, and then that's when Jimmy Uso comes in. Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, OG Bloodline versus Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and like a third person. That's what I'm seeing from this. Now, what we got next? Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Sami Zayn is going to probably win this match, and he's probably going to go a while without getting pinned, because from what I'm hearing, since the Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia, more than likely they're going to give that Royal Rumble win to Sami Zayn, and he's going to beat whoever is the world champion by, I guess, WrestleMania 42, which will probably be CM Punk. Maybe. Who knows? Who the hell knows? I don't really got much to say about this, because we already know who's going to win, because it wouldn't make sense for Karrion Kross to win. I think that Triple H is just doing damage control and burying Karrion Kross before his contract in WWE is up, because his contract is up this month from what they say, unless he resigned. Who knows? But if what Karrion Kross said all of those months back was unscripted and he was just coming off the dome, I don't know. You know how Triple H is. He's real petty. So let's move on. Last match, Gunther versus CM Punk. Now, obviously CM Punk is going to win this. How will he win this? I think he wins it the noble way. I mean, they've been jobbing out Gunther for a while anyway. Like, he's like the jobber to the stars, if you ask me. Because anybody that they want to look good, they just give Gunther like a villain-like run, and then have the superhero, which is either a Jey Uso or CM Punk, come out and do damage control. I think splitting him and Ludwig Kaiser was one of the biggest mistakes of 2025 or 2024. I think it's 2024. Who knows? At the end of the day, whenever Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther split, that was the biggest mistake. They should have stayed together, because now that Gunther is not going to have nothing to do, they should have just put the tag team titles on them guys. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm not really the most excited about this SummerSlam weekend. It don't even feel like SummerSlam weekend. I was gonna see about getting some tickets. I remember I was like, yo, I gotta go, this and that. And then once I saw the card, I seen what they was doing, I was like, yeah, no, I think I'm good. This is a brief synopsis. I'm not gonna keep you guys here all day. I'm definitely gonna do like a live recap of night 1, along with doing like a little pre-show to night 2. I'm not gonna say who I'm gonna be doing it with, but it's gonna be somebody you rock with. So just stay tuned for that. I'm out, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Peace.